and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. Oh, yeah. Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now more than ever we must show discipline, tolerance and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. So much of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is put in more effort and less play. Because now more than ever we must show discipline, tolerance and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. This also goes for every Trinbagonian who gone to live in a foreign land. Now is the time to come home and do something, instead of staying out there and freezing. Because now more than ever we must show discipline, tolerance and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us go hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Every day
election back and I'll die away.
Just 9 minutes past the hour of 2 o'clock. And if you've just turned on your radio, welcome. It's Tempo Takeover, yours with the DJ Anderson in your company. As I take you guys, straight down this afternoon to 4 p.m. Got a shout out to all the listeners of the Street 919 FM. Hope that you guys are having a good afternoon.
I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. Oh, yeah.
So this afternoon,
remember the key to success is working hard.
This afternoon, I was thinking that we could pick up exactly where we left off yesterday.
Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And on what to prove.
This non-stop rain we have been getting over the past 2 days.
Discipline.
But it's just not the weather that's been stormy. There's also a fiery video
I say
that has been making its wrong online.
so
I'm not too sure if you guys have been able to see that video just yet. It's our new Minister of Rural Government,
my sister,
Miss Khadija Ahmed.
nation together.
She's laying down her councillors, or laying it down to her councillors. She's not quoting anything, and she's making it crystal clear. The work needs to get done, and she's letting them know exactly who's watching. Trust me, you will want to hear this. So here's what I want to do.
We need to see
I want you guys to take a listen to this bold and blunt speech, and then you guys can hit us up on the phone lines and tell me what you think. Is she right to speak like that, or was she a little too heavy-handed? And obviously, I'm gonna give you guys my opinion of it as well.
discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Rain does not fall yellow.
This also goes for every twin big.
So I want you guys to take in a short clip
Who going to live
of our new Rural Development Minister, Khadija Ahmed,
something
and what she mentioned to what seemed to be her councillors.
because now more
As
than
you guys know, we had some bad weather for the last 2 days,
discipline.
so she wasn't mixing her words at all, and she was just letting them know. So I want to know, based on after you watch this video, I want you guys to obviously, the phone lines will be open, and you guys could give your opinion. Do you find she was harsh? Do you find that it was well put together? Somebody had to it had to be said, and you guys would obviously give me your opinion. All right. So I just want you guys to take in this short video.
does not fall yellow, blue, green, or any other color. Every person who is affected out there with flooding is our priority at this time. So I want to say that every councillor, every alderman has a role to play because you represent the people. You represent our flood victims. And every officer in the corporation has a duty to ensure that all the arms of the regional corporation, our staff, our equipment, is out there working in the best interest of the people. This is the first of several site visits planned for this flood mitigation initiative. And I want to tell you that today, all your equipment out there looking nice because the minister coming. But I want you to work every day. Because your judge is not the minister. Your judge is the people out there who get flooded. That is your judge. I don't want you to only be out there on the field when your officers or the persons from the ministry, the disaster coordinator, Mr. Suchan and others are coming. I want councillors, every councillor, to be out on the field, not going to interfere with the work, but going to make it better.
Get interactive with us. Call now and be part of the show. Don't miss out. Dial 466-5391 or 342-0081 and join the conversation today. The Street 919 FM, where your opinion matters.
Now the election back and I'll die away. In short, this is what I have to say. Let us forget fights and grudges and concentrate.
Now there's a part of that video though that I really like, you know, and just for the persons in the back that probably didn't hear it, let me play it once more again.
Every person who is affected out there with flooding is our priority at this time. So I want to say that every councillor, every alderman has a role to play because you represent the people. Rain does not fall yellow, blue, green, or any other color. Every person who is affected out there with flooding is our priority at this time. So I want to say that every councillor, every alderman has a role to play because you represent the people. You represent our flood victims. And every officer in the corporation has a duty to ensure that all the arms of the regional corporation, our staff, our equipment, is out there working in the best interest of the people. This is the first of several site visits planned for this flood mitigation initiative. And I want to tell you that today, all your equipment out there looking nice because the minister coming. But I want you to work every day. Because your judge is not the minister. Your judge is the people out there who get flooded. That is your judge. I don't want you to only be out there on the field when your officers or the persons from the ministry, the disaster coordinator, Mr. Suchan and others are coming. I want councillors, every councillor, to be out on the field, not going to interfere with the work, but going to make it better.
In that short video, there was so much that was said that made so much of sense, well, at least to me.
Election back and I'll die away.
But let me hear from you.
This is what I have to say.
You the listeners, tell me what you think about what Khadija Ahmed said yesterday.
Concentrate. Come, let us sit and try to relate. Because now, more than ever, we must show.
As she was speaking to her councillors,
discipline, tolerance, and production. to build a strong and better nation. I say
the phone lines are open 342-0081, 4665-391, 771-1791. Now remember too that you guys could also send your WhatsApp messages.
my brother come my sister and let us build.
Keep your contribution very short. Hi, good afternoon, caller. Welcome.
Yes, good day, Salahokita here.
Mr. Lahokita, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, same to you. But I now tune into the program. I was hearing situation with the minister. Well, thank God the minister had experience at the lower level as a councillor.
Right.
So that experience will be, wouldn't be nothing strange to her. But that's the way to go. Your leadership stems from in front, right? And you pull out whatever resources you can to do what is good for all manner of men, in the country.
Exactly.
Yeah. So she should be congratulated. But that experience at the lower level as a councillor herself would have added would have granted value added to her in this kind of situation. Yeah. Because not most councillors have that kind of experience where they will go in flooding and blocking of roads and things, although most of the roads will be on the same Ministry of Works again. There is this call about whether we should have a local government system here, seeing that the place is a small island, and that two-tier level, and some have overlap. Some of the functions have overlap, right? So it's a case, that what the minister doing there, the chairman or the mayor should be outside first and then reporting to the minister. Of course, she could make a visit to him, but in the forefront, the situation should be led by either the chairman or the mayor, whatever corporation the disaster falls in. Right? So
Right.
she must be congratulated. Right?
Well, she's leading the charge. She's leading.
She's leading. What I'm telling you, the first responder in that is the mayor or the chairman.
Right.
Right? And we're not hearing, well, I do hear nothing about no chairman and flood. I do not know if they're going out there. I do not know. Right?
Well, we'll wait and see, because at least she's leading the charge. So I'm hoping that wherever persons are slacking off, they would at least understand that this minister means business and they need to get their foot wet.
Yeah, it's a good initiative, and as I told you, she had the experience at the lower level of being a councillor and a chairman of Tunapuna Corporation, Tunapuna PFO Corporation. So she would have been in that, she would have experienced that activity,
Right.
Before. So that
Right,
is not
right.
new to her. It's just that this time she's covering the local government system.
Right.
Where before she only functioned as a chairman and as a councillor in Tunapuna region. Yeah.
All
So
right.
it's not,
Well,
yeah,
thanks
man.
very much for your contribution, Mr. Lahokita.
Yeah, man, you too, brother. Well, I'm here for you, man.
All right, cool. Thanks.
because now more than ever we must show discipline, tolerance, and production.
And that's what we need. We need people to lead from in front.
Better nation, I say,
And as I said,
in foundation.
she started by letting them know
Just work hand in hand,
that rain doesn't fall in
our land.
different colors. Rain don't fall red, yellow, blue, green.
Let us build a nation together.
It affects us all. And it doesn't matter. In other words, it doesn't matter which party you would have supported. At the end of the day, she's here to help all. And she also mentioned too that yes, those equipments outside is looking nice because the minister was coming, but don't only make it look nice when the minister is coming. Don't only make things look nice because you know the minister is coming. You should always be out there working for the people. Help build the nation. So tell me, what are, you know, for the ones that have seen the video, or you probably heard about it, with Khadija Amin. What are your views? Phone lines are open.
Get interactive with us. Call now and be part of the show. Don't miss out. Dial 466-5391 or 342-0081 and join the conversation today. The Street 919 FM, where your opinion matters.
Hi, good afternoon, caller.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hey, KFC, good afternoon.
I start off bad and I was the Honorable Mukisha Ahmed.
Okay,
she's the Minister of Work, Minister.
I stand to be corrected, sir. The Honorable Mrs. Khadija Amin.
Well, what she was talking about, it make a lot of sense. It's not red, it's not green. They look at the belly song. We see song playing in the background there. That will look at to build our nation together. So everybody, all hands on deck, and we try to see if we could get the work done. When I say them cannot talk, you ever hear them talk for the last 9 years? You ever hear them cannot talk?
You go ahead, Nasser.
With your other leaders and them?
You go ahead, KFC. You give your contribution.
I go.
Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will.
And that's what we have to do now.
Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say
it doesn't matter which party you would have supported.
So come let us work hand in hand.
You definitely have to work hand in hand.
Our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
And the Honorable Miss Khadija Amin. With the ministry that she's responsible for, she has decided that she's gonna make sure that she leads from in front. Hi, good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You know, before take the honorable minister, which is my family, Mr. Amin, should not plagiarize people's speeches because somebody else used their speech on another radio station and she used it as her own. That is number one. But what I called in to find out, right? Not to find out. I want to know if Mr. KFC and if the minister and the prime minister, all of them, is prepared for when they are getting earthquakes and it's going to have how much days of aftershocks like what is happening outside here. I hope they prepare for all of that. That's what I hope for. I'm not for that listening.
Thank you for your contribution, caller.
Hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Hi, good afternoon, caller.
Good evening, sir.
Good afternoon.
Any special topic?
Not anything special, you know. It's more or less just continuing from yesterday. The phone lines are open, but I just more or less will continuing from yesterday with the floods and so forth. And then I came across this video with our new rural development minister.
Oh, because well, I consider when the administration, I wish them well in their endeavors before them. You know?
Right.
But more rain will fall. Potter's rain will still flood. It will have flooding outside road in Pinal, Barco, all in the low-lying areas. You know? So, what I would hope is that the nation get together and, you know, we help one another. Because this will really start off all that. You understand? And it have much work to do. So comparing it with the former administration and this administration, I ain't going down that road.
Well, I mean, I'm not even doing a comparison to that. Yeah, it was just her speech in the aspect of, you know, she was speaking to her councillors and letting them know that.
No, but I heard her.
Yeah.
I heard her make a speech and say, somewhere along in the speech she makes a fast with always say, after 10 years, after 9 years of neglect. No, nothing called for. The fact remains you are there and move on. Because I'm telling you, this is just the transition from the dry to the wet season. We will have rain, plenty rain. And it's do what you have to do. You understand? And just forget all the rhetoric now about what they didn't do in 9 years. They didn't do it already. That is one of the reasons why we removed them and put you on. Why we remind us of that? You understand? If you listen to her in most of her speech, she's slipping that in. That's a waste of time. You see, Samina, I wish you well. Just move on and do what you have to do. Okay?
All right. Thank you for your contribution, sir. And with this rainfall that started yesterday and day before yesterday, you know, it's I believe that the Met Office has said that, you know, it's the beginning of the rainy season. Hi, good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you going?
I'm all right.
Let me just make a little statement concerning this flood issues and people ideology of what it's about. Sometimes I just say, you know, for the people who supported the PNM government in this country, when the PNM was in government, they should have given all their supporters vacation somewhere out of Trinidad and Tobago so that they could experience and see the difference of governance compared to what is out there to what they accept in Trinidad and Tobago. We, Trinidad and Tobago, come together, comprise of a little less than 5,000 square kilometers. That is our landmass. There are countries around the world that is below sea level experience more rainfall than we experience and don't have the type of flooding that Trinidad and Tobago experience. Now, when you look at the rainfall that came for the last 2 days, it wasn't torrential rainfall. It was consistent, steady rainfall. And when we talk torrential rainfall in places like Australia and other parts of the world, you get in what we just call bucket or drops of rain. And now for now, you have 4 or 5 feet of water, flood water passing through cities and towns and all kind of things. If that should ever happen in Trinidad and Tobago, we will be underwater. And people don't talk about the last administration and things. We didn't suppose to have no issue with flooding in this country. If the same way how they neglected the roadways in the country, they didn't neglect the water course in the country. And plenty of people don't realize this. The water course in this country, in any country, also contributes to, once you could develop it and manage it properly, it could be another means of transport within the country. So let me say the Caroni Basin, the Caroni River. If that river was properly developed and things, you could have flat bottom boats going straight up to Arima, all these places, and being a means of transport instead of having the party bus route the only means of transport. And other countries do these kind of things. And to have flooding, widespread flooding in this country like how it is, with the kind of money spent in this country and the kind of money wasted in this country, that all they think about is when coming to rainy season, go and dredge a few water courses that you could see when you're driving on the main road and leave all the other water courses abandoned and in disrepair. So people have to be honest with themselves if they want this country to move forward and start to really do and support good governance rather than the nonsense that they have been supporting for the last how much years PNM was in government. That whole entity had failed this country so miserably that people had to really probably find some holy book and repent for supporting that evil entity, because this country have no way to go if we continue supporting ideology of our PNM government. We doom and we would have no future. We have to wipe that era of PNM governance out of the history books of Trinidad and Tobago and start really demanding good governance and putting the people who is competent and who would manage the money in this country and put Trinidad first, the citizens first, and then leave something for the future generation to come and enjoy this little 5,000 square piece of land that we live on right now. Have a good afternoon, sir. Take care.
All right, thanks so much for your contribution, caller.
So much of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do the only way.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hey, I got it to my brother and the sister there. Now, you know what's going on, People are going to talk about party and kind of this party, kind of that party. It's not about party, It's about we, did you see that traditional feel and that feelings we live with as a systematic system within us, with a good group with, we have to get rid of that first. You understand? Because we put in party there, we put in this Sunday, and they do the one. They're not working widely. When they will see a flood, they will fix a drain here, a drain there, a drain there. But the most important thing is where all the water meeting and going out. That is what they're supposed to be concentrating on. Just that awareness they're not using. They just run on I'll drain by the road, the guy man had contract, he things fixed, then they subdue, and they feel they do something. They're not doing nothing. It's not about party. It's about we getting serious within ourselves a mindset and stand up for what is right. Because government after government, to put PNM, UNC, EDB, ABG, from A to Z, is the same thing, but the same pattern they're coming with. You understand? It's a no management, and we have to manage our own community. You understand what I'm saying? People especially blame on party and not watching themselves, boy. We have to start going to ourselves and bring out what is right, what we want, not what a group of people, you understand, controlling all of us. You understand? There is a serious thing around. We're not going nowhere. You could talk, people going and talk about how much they want, they could talk from now to the next year. Man, you know what I'm telling you? It's the same life we will be living, the same pattern we take it because of our traditional feelings. We feel right. Everybody running to vote for this party, running to vote for that party. We win. We'll think, yeah, someone saying. Look, people need to sit down together. Look, all right, for example, you see councillors and them? The councillors and them, you see Dr. S. Williams, the closest people to with him is his councillors. You know why? Because he used to have the councillors on the ground, knowing what's going on in the community, you understand, and then to report back to him so he knows what's going on. You understand? Because from then till now, the play development we are developers so high much then. You understand what I'm saying? But he used to stick with the councillors and them. But these councillors nowadays, you know what I'm telling you? Them feel that, not attending to the community, that wisdom. They're smart. You understand? They're giving who they want to give something and like it. I'm not the thing and thing. We have to let them know, look, we have place where water is not alright. But to see which part all the water leaking, this is where we have to fix it. See what all of us leaking, is we have to fix it. If you understand what I'm saying.
All right.
Because you have to learn from things you see and sometimes all the water leaking and sticking right there. Just like all of us meet in one place and sticking right there, we're not moving. Like with a serious something and them not watching that, them just with that old systematic, simple system ways of life, boy. And not watching it. I'm talking about party, this party, nice and that. All of forget party. Let me study about ourselves. Let we be the party at Trinidad and Tobago. The citizens, let we all come together and be the party. We don't want that and we want that. There's a serious thing, or nothing ever fixed.
Thanks so
because
much
that's too much of fanatics. Party fanatics in Trinidad and Tobago. Fix all the mindset and get all the mindset together, everybody. All again, I'm not talking about no party. I'm talking about the people and the citizens. Get a mindset, everybody with one mindset, and let me move together if all they want this country to go forward, or else nothing will happen. My friend, have a good.
All right, thanks so much for your contribution.
Now the election back and I'll die away. In short, this is what I have to say. Let us forget spites and grudges and concentrate. Come, let us sit and try to relate.
We just have to build from here.
More than ever we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong.
But just as the Honorable Khadijah Amida would have said it, the arena doesn't fall in any particular color, red or yellow, green. When we are having issues, flooding and so forth, it affects us all. And that's my thing. I mean, and I just want to give credit where credit is due. Yeah. And I really believe that, she's showing that she wants to lead from in front. And that opportunity should be given to her, to see if it is, or to at least see what she brings to the table, yeah? Hi, KFCU.
Yeah, good afternoon. You see, we're trying to build a nation together. I call her before that they call to say, if the Prime Minister, the MP go come with a disaster. You see something really wrong with them, but we're trying to build our country. You call it to tell me about them is God, them is not God. The whole thing is so I really have to go for this country to move forward, and them still have that old slavery mentality in them, boy. Them is red eye at piano, man. Small man, we looking to build this country forward every time UNT or piano, man. We're trying to build our country together, so I look to understand.
Thank you.
Let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister.
Now you guys, you see that I'm trying my best to make sure that I give you guys that time for you to be able to call in and to share your opinion and so forth. I don't want anybody to attack anybody, and I want us to remember that we need to at least have some sort of respect, all right? And let's try to see if it is that we could keep our contributions short. You can always call back, but let's keep it short and sweet so that at least we could get, you know, a lot of calls in at the same time, yeah?
We need to see about.
I know that a lot of people will be very passionate about, you know,
because you know as well as I do,
people that they support and all of these different things, you know. Got a shout out to all the listeners on that are listening to us via our new website, which is www.thestreet919fm.com, and also to all the crews locked on via YouTube and also Facebook. Shout out to you. Good afternoon to all of you that are locked on. I'm sorry, I'm not able to see all the comments and so forth.
So come let us work hand in hand.
Very good afternoon to each and every one of you that are locked on. All right, and don't forget, you guys could also send your voice notes as well, yeah?
Well, yes, good afternoon to you, sir. Yes, and to Trinidad and Tobago. Well, I think I heard it all, you know. Yes, when a caller could see that we could fix the Caroni River to have boats going to Arima and so on. Well, boy, I don't know what to say again. Because I remember Mr. Manning had a mass transit system in place where we could have rapid rails from Port of Spain all the way up to Sandy Grande. He was going to do it in phases, like how they are doing the Kumoto to Manzalina highway, where they finished the first phase, and they called it the Elmina Clark Allen highway, which is in Sandy Grande right now. That's the first phase. So when I could hear a caller talking things like that, so we could have boats going up to Arima from Caroni, that is backward. Okay, when we could have been an advance with the rapid rail system, but they fight it down. They didn't want that. Why? Because it's a PNM thing. That's what they're saying, right? But that would have helped the country. Okay, that would have helped the country very much, right? So eat pollen and wipe the PNM out of this country. But you don't destroy your foundation. If you take the foundation out of your house, it can't stand. PNM is foundation, right? And you have to know that. Thank you very much. The PNM started all. Thank you very much.
Hi, good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon again, sir. You know, just now there, Mr. KFC said that who can know the future? But on 2 weeks back on the morning program with Mr. Bakker, although he tried to block me out from speaking, I tried to tell him that 400,000 people in what is going to happen to 400,000 people, and I was telling him about the earthquake and all that. We tried to block you out, but we got a slight one. And I am telling you, because this is what I do. I don't want anybody to talk about the unity. And my purpose here is to deal with the future predictions, what is going to happen, and I predict what all over goes on all around the world. That's why I have over 4 billion, not 4 million, 4 billion people following me around the world. And every day I continue what is called growing my followers. But Mr. KFC, since you want to play games and you figure that you're stupid, I'm not a loopy dog as you are. I am going to show you, you already cursed yourself, your children, and all your family generation already. What you said about old people and this and that and the other terror. But I'm telling you what is going to happen. Nothing is going to think. When it starts happening to you and your family, you'll understand that and you'll remember.
All right.
We will do you're playing with. Not gonna listen.
All right. Let me say it once more. I know that sometimes we tend to get a bit emotional, but let's try not to, attack each other. We could always give our opinions of different topics and how we feel about certain topics, but let's try not to attack each other. This is not the forum.
Now the election back and I'll die away.
If we continue things like that, then you know.
In short, this is what I have to say.
We're already setting the example, and we're really trying to lead from in front here, right? Hi, good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, brother. How are you doing?
I'm all right.
All right. This is my second time speaking with you.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would have heard you maybe on Easter Monday or some holiday.
Right.
But I could ask your name by chance?
DJ Anderson.
DJ Anderson. Okay, so I think you would have been on the station for a while now.
Yeah, but normally not in this sort of environment. Normally it's more of more music and so forth. So it's something new to me.
Nice, man. I would have heard all the hosts on the program shouting out for quite some time on the station. Maybe about 3 years now I listen to the station, I can say.
Okay.
Well, blessings, brother.
Nice.
Real quick, I want to ask, do you have any advice? Long we are accustomed to 12 to 4 it was brother Felix, and then 4 to 7 was Heavy DT and TC. You have any advice on going forward?
I honestly wouldn't be able to share any light on that. But I could tell you just keep it locked and you definitely know exactly what programs are up and so forth.
Okay, great. That's great advice. I can respect that. Well, blessings to you, bro. Happy to hear you. Because I can speak for me, we like the nice little conversation programs in the evening. And I keep on my radio locked after I come off now. I just want to say blessings to everyone. We have a new, I don't want to go backward, but we just pay attention and hope that our current administration do the right things.
Correct.
Look after us, partner with us, reach out to us to hear our opinions as how we can move forward as a nation. And this should just be an interim thing. So imagination-wise, before the end of the year, every community should be in a nice order for us to progress, move forward. We go to school, we go to work, we enjoy ourselves, and that should pretty much be it. So keep up the great work you're doing, brother. All the best to you, the entire station, and to the nation.
All right. Thanks so much for your contribution, caller.
Yeah, brother.
We need to see about.
Hi, good afternoon, caller. Just have a few seconds.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago.
All right. You want to call back? You want to call back in the next hour because I have to pay some bills now. Yeah.
Yeah. Better pay them.
All right. Okay. No problem.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
This is the voice of Tuesday, Seventh-day Adventist. We are preaching Emergency Alert broadcast, which is from the Tuesday, Seventh-day Adventist Church. We will be featuring voices of brethren from different parts of the world, preaching the gospel, preaching prophecy as it relates to current events and the ending of the world. Listen to us on 91 FM every Sunday from 9:05 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Sundays. May God bless you as you learn the truth. In Jesus' name, amen.
Think you've got the spark to light up the airwaves or the drive to seal the next big deal? The Street 919 FM is on the hunt for fresh voices and bold talent. Whether you're a natural-born entertainer ready to command the mic or a savvy sales star ready to crush targets, this is your chance to shine with the station that defends the nation. Radio stars bring the energy, passion, and charisma. We're looking for dynamic personalities to electrify our airwaves. Sales executives, if you're a go-getter with the hunger to succeed and build lasting relationships, we want you on our team. Show us what you've got. Send your demo or resume today to thestreet919fm@gmail.com and take your shot at greatness. The Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation. Join the movement. Become the next big thing.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Champlain, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A&R Robinson International Airport, at O'Neill, we pride ourselves on being the most tech-savvy car rental company in Tobago. Our process is 100% digital. No paperwork, no long lines. From easy pickup to seamless returns, renting a car in Tobago has never been simpler. WhatsApp us now at 1-868-361-1042 to book your vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code RADIO2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago, the easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
White Oak One Caribbean Music Festival. Indian Arrival Holiday Weekend. Saturday, May 31st at the Queen's Park Savannah. Straight out of Judgment Yard.
Them know say Trinidad me there.
Sizzla Kalonji.
Cry, even tears, even my heart cry, but who cares?
The legendary Miguel Orlando Collins.
Guide over us, oh Emmanuel,
the king of dancehall, Vibes Cartel. Also from Ghana, mega superstar Molly, and much more. Get your tickets now
at islandetickets.com, frontlineticketing.com, or onecaribbeanmusicfestival.com. For more info, call 794-6263.
White Oak One Caribbean Music Festival. Sizzla Kalonji.
Tell them kings of the earth, come to yourself.
I'm more music for the people, I mean, you don't know Sizzla Kalonji.
Saturday, May 31st, Queen's Park Savannah.
Just be there, you don't know enough.
White Oak One Caribbean Music Festival.
Powered by California Stucco. Sponsored by FT Car Care Center and B-Mobile.
Vibes Cartel. Sizzla Kalonji. Molly. And much more.
Trinidad, let's do it.
Don't miss May mega deals at Furniture Plus. Come enjoy massive savings store-wide today. Get up to 50% off mattresses, up to 45% off living room furniture, up to 40% off bedroom furniture, up to 25% off appliances, up to 20% off electronics, and much more. Buy now, pay later with affordable hire purchase plans. Plus, earn Caribbean Airlines. Travel miles when you shop with us. All Furniture Plus stores open today. Hurry in. These deals won't last.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning on the Street 919 FM radio. Here my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
Here's my life, I lay it on the altar. Here's my life.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282. or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
You are invited to join Pastor Morris Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour Family Radio Ministry every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. On Mondays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Trauma and Bereavement. Every Tuesday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Law and You. Wednesdays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Dealing with Disabilities. And on Friday evenings from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All Night Prayer Live on The Street 919 FM. Designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective, and you will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He has shown you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you, but to do justly, to love, have mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank would be greatly appreciated. Account number 795-222. For further information, call 753-1113 or 610-4673.
The wait is finally over. The Street 919 FM is powering up its digital presence with the launch of its vibrant new website, www.thestreet919fm.com. Now you can take the energy of the street with you wherever you go. Immerse yourself in a dynamic world of the hottest music, thought-provoking talk shows, exclusive interviews, and non-stop entertainment. Stay informed with the latest news updates and essential information, all just a click away. Don't miss out on being part of the Street 919 FM community online. Head over to www.thestreet919fm.com today and experience the rhythm of the street like never before.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Welcome back. Just 5 minutes past the hour of 3 o'clock. And this is our last and final hour tempo takeover. Yours truly, DJ Anderson, taking you guys straight to 4 p.m. And just before those bills, you know, I was just asking you guys your opinion on the Honorable Miss Khadija Ahmed and you know, her ministry and the message that she, you know, the message that she has out there to her counselors in the aspect of, you know,
come let us sit and try to relate, because now more than ever
the rain doesn't fall in respective colors, red, yellow, green, blue. You know, the rain affects all of us.
Strong and better.
And she, you know, she's telling them to go there and to get the people work done. And she said that, you know, that she was telling the counselors that the persons that would be judging them are the persons that elected them into office. It wouldn't be her. You know, she said that, you know, she's not there for that. But she's more or less saying that, you know, she's leading from in front and she really wants to hit the ground and want her counselors and so forth to hit the ground and to get the work done and to not only make things look pretty and nice when they hear the minister is coming, but things should always be like that. So, you know, I was asking, you know, what are your views on that video? For the ones that probably didn't hear it, I think I could probably play it back again for you guys to hear it. But the phone lines are open. You guys could also call in, you know, if there's anything on your mind, any issues in your area, anything that you want to get off your chest, you know, any concerns, you're free to call. 342-0081, 466-5391, and 771-4791. Okay, let me take this call. Hi, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon to you, brother.
Good afternoon, sir.
I know. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. KFC, good afternoon to you and your family. Let me just say this first. The guy who does do his prediction and we say he have 4 billion followers. Try not to bring people family in your nonsense. People wife and the children and them. Try not to call the name in your nonsense, in your prediction. Right? And it will serve you better. But I must give the Honorable Minister Khadija Ahmed 10 out of 10 for her contribution and her advice to especially councillors and things. We need to give her 10 out of 10. But why we must give her 10 out of 10? I asking questions. I asking what Faris Alwari was doing as local government minister for 4 years. What you were doing there for 4 years. Because when I look around rainfall, you seen all the rivers, all the drains, everything full up a bush, bed, a bush with all the streams we have in this country. What was Faris Alwari's responsibility as local government minister? Just to move IWER George from the wharf in San Fernando? That was the constitutional responsibility he had. Faris Alwari's constitutional responsibility was to ensure all them drains and canal and things clear for this rainy season to come. Today we have to watch a young female local government minister just 3 weeks ago get that position and have to work 10 times harder in 3 weeks. When Faris Alwari had 4 years, what were he doing with our billions of dollars that we give them to clean up our roads and drains and all the pothole and all them things, especially in local government areas? What Rowan Sinanan was doing for 8 years, 9 years with our money. What they were doing with our money? Billions of dollars. Today when they drive around a new administration take office, we have the worst roads in the Western Hemisphere, most dilapidated roads in the Western Hemisphere. It don't have rain, don't fall here, red, yellow, and green, but we know smart from foolish. We know smart from foolish. And the foolish ones and them was supporting people like Faris Alwari and Rohan Senanan and them who become multi-rich, who become filthy rich in 10 years' time. Why is the residents and the purchasers and them become poor and have a struggle for ends to meet? And we must accept that. Let me send a message to those PNM callers and them that tell all themselves, or they will come and disrupt this program with lies and propaganda and just try to put down the United National Congress. Keep away from this program with all your PNM agenda. All they sit down there for 10 years. For 10 years, all they sit down over there and watch the destruction take place in this country, the neglect of people. And all they stay quiet. All they keep a blind eye to everything. All they watch our government close down education facilities. And the young man, I don't know if you from South area, when you watch South Park over there, UTT building, which part thousands of children has to educate themselves. Today that building rotting down. Right by South Park there. Today that building rotting down. Why is the white man putting up empires over there? And these PNM callers were responsible for that. Because when they see destruction taking place, they keep a blind eye to the things that matters in life. They want to have voice now. Sorry for taking so long, but they want to have voice now. Why is the government out of power? Why is your government out of power? You stay out the bloody radio and stop bringing people family in your nonsense. You have 4 billion viewers. Take your 4 billion viewers and put them in your pocket. That can't buy rice in Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you.
Yellow, blue, green, or any other color. Every person who is affected out there with flooding is our priority at this time. So I want to say that every councillor, every alderman has a role to play because you represent the people. You represent our flood victims. And every officer in the corporation has a duty to ensure that all the arms of the regional corporation, our staff, our equipment, is out there working in the best interest of the people. This is the first of several site visits planned for this flood mitigation initiative. And I want to tell you that today, all your equipment out there looking nice because the minister coming. But I want you to work every day. Because your judge is not the minister. Your judge is the people out there who get flooded. That is your judge. I don't want you to only be out there on the field when your officers or the persons from the ministry, the disaster coordinator, Mr. Suchan and others are coming. I want councillors, every councillor, to be out on the field. Not going to interfere with the work, but going to make it better.
Get interactive with us. Call now and be part of the show. Don't miss out. Dial 466-5391 or 342-0081 and join the conversation today. The Street 919 FM, where your opinion matters.
So I just played it over so that you guys would know exactly what we're talking about today.
Now the election.
I'm just asking for your feedback as to what the Honorable Minister said. Hi, good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, what is the name again?
DJ Anderson.
DJ Anderson. You are the DJ who moved the big mic.
Correct.
You're right. Okay, but tell Big Mike that that they are still waiting on him and solo partners to get basically the arrangement that he said before. And I just giving a gentle reminder. But what I call to answer Mr. COP. Mr. COP, let me use a man to talk about you expelled by the Google and all these sorts of things. I asking you now, I granted you a wish. What you want, gunshots, bullets, what you want, vehicle come and crash into your or meet you inside your house. Because in this country, we will be seeing now cars going and be exploiting the hospitals and the highways, and basically cars will be ending up and trucks will be ending up in people's houses. And to tell you out of the prediction what is coming. Mind you, I am one of it, because let's say what they play games with me. I would just grant you a wish. Out of these going to take you. Enjoy the rest of your day, Mr. COP. I don't mess with low class gutter rats and sewer rats like you. Enjoy the day.
Remember the key to success is working hard.
Why do you all do this?
For our country we must have regard.
Now my apologies. I'm not familiar with all the callers, right? Hi, good afternoon, caller.
Hello?
Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. All right, okay. Thanks for having a program in the afternoon so I can lock back in again. Yeah. Yeah, caller saying that he's not political and so on. He called himself some godsman or something. Yeah. But then he's saying that he's not with no political party and everybody have to work together and so on. But then he started about Eric just doing some good work and all kind of thing. So then what party you ready for? Have a great day. That's what I'm listening.
All right, caller. Hi, good afternoon, caller. Welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, KFC.
That prediction, man.
KFC, your phone went on mute. Not hearing you.
Yeah, me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that man who only called and talking about he predicted this and he predicted that. So I didn't predict the election when the UN, when the PNM dead. When the Rowley announced torture and let me tell that caller, you see that church in house and they to tune with the night there? Everybody panic. That was no respect for them old stick up and PNM and them boys. They can't pass a stick more than my train and them boys. And my boy. Take a production and put it with the monkey, put it out.
All right, KFC.
Don't nasty old wicked PNM.
Let's not do the same. A
strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation.
Let's not get sidetracked.
Come, let us work hand in hand.
Let's work hand in hand.
This is our land.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon again, sir. I wonder if Mr. Predictor could predict the player mark for me later, but I want to win a little small money. Because 4 billion people following him, something ought to be wrong with 4 billion people in this country, this world. Something ought to be wrong. Anyway, the person who talk about, referred to the rapid rail and all this kind of thing. I wonder if them know that about 60% of this country already had a railroad system in it that the PNM dismantled. And let's bring out the book. So I go give me a little education on geography. We have 4 major river courses in this country that was used in the earlier days to transport goods and services within the country. The major river course is the Caroni River, the Ottawa River, the Oroput River, and the Narvet River. All those rivers lead out into the sea. So people who have goods and services could bring in things from outside because the roads and things wasn't so developed at that time. And if any people with vision, when you look at all other countries around the world that have major river courses, that is a big asset to the population. All they need to do is to dredge certain places, widen certain places, develop the banks and things, and you could have a highway system of rivers. Them wouldn't understand that because everything PNM say, they just believe it. That's why we are in this where we are today. Same colony number twice did rapid rail survey for millions and millions of dollars. Where the money going and where that plan was. So you see, when people talk, and I always tell people, let me tell you something. You see mathematics. Once you have a basic understanding of mathematics, 60% of your job is finished. But to understand mathematics, you have to know English. Because to understand mathematics, you have to know what you're dealing with. You have to understand the logics and the terms that you use in order to do mathematics. So when people feel that they could talk a certain nonsense and get away with it on a program like this and thing, They need to come better than that because we are moving backwards again. And look, they just talk about the two governments is the same as the same UNCP and is the same. It could never be the same. Remember the statement the lady made when it had flooding when they newly came into office. She said that our people building house in Lagoon. What the different response to this minister when she came and made a statement? Get out all the equipment, get out there and start alleviating the flooding that we have in the country. We don't want no excuse. The other one is say that the people them down in Barakwan, Penal and thing building house in Lagoon, so they expect flood. And then within a month, the whole of Port of Spain flood out. So the Lagoon moved from Barakwan, Penal and thing to Port of Spain. And she didn't have an answer for that then. So you see, we could never be the same. The two political parties could never be the same. One is a total failure, and one is trying to fix this country and make it a better place. Have a good moment. Good afternoon.
Thank you for your contribution, caller. And that's my thing, you know. I think that, you know, we need to give credit where credit is due. And the Honorable Minister said it to her councillors that, you know, we need to get out there. You know, your job is to obviously to help those persons who are definitely in need, those flood victims and so forth, you know.
In short, this is what I have to say.
And just like most other places, you know, when they know the boss is going to show up, they tend to now want to neaten up and to do things to make themselves look like, you know, they have always been working. And she said, you know, don't wait until you hear the minister is coming to want to now go and fix up the equipment and to pretend that you guys are proactive. You guys should always be proactive. You guys should always be on the ground because those are the people that need us, that need our assistance and so forth. Yeah. Hi. Good afternoon, caller. Welcome.
Yes, my brother. No, the pattern might be the same, but the politicians are not the same. You understand? And I realize the party fanatics on them, PNM and UNC, is the same. All of them is the same because they're just going back, and keeping on one another. You understand? No, this one is called from South. I will tell you something, brother. You see that fella, like he was created to cause destruction between people then. Between humans. As he called, is all kind of out of time talk going on. For example, let me tell you something. After the program, the interview Dr. Faulkana, who was in UNC, he was in Minister of Health in UNC, right? When he was going to interview him, they was talking about the babies and who died in the hospital, right? Didn't we tell them? He said them babies and what died is not nobody's fault because these babies and them have that 10% chance of living. You understand? 90% chance of dying. They cannot do nothing for that because they was born premature. And they keep bringing up that baby dying in the hospital. Leave them so long, leave baby and so long, rest in peace. Because look at the other day he calling when everybody was reaching up, putting up battles. Right? This is what the draft to get chance and things. This one from so just calling just so, but you know like she's so there and what people dead, what babies dead and all kind of things. Come on, why are you doing that? Come in with a good contribution. You talking about nothing, what pass and all you're doing nothing for Canada boy. Or you're just causing corruption between one another boy. Or you're not calling until we come together and see what we could do because all of them are politicians and at the end of the day, all don't get tied up. They are all politicians. All you know how much money them will be making on month? No, we don't know that. All you know how much money them will be spending? No, we don't know that. These things you have to get. into and know what's going on with the country. You understand? Because they sell 5 barrels of oil, that time they sell 5 million barrels of oil. And we can't see, we don't know. Only just backing these people and them, and only not thinking, boy. Only just causing corruption between the boy, the citizens, boy. Only come and just see, like, and we know what's going on with the country, for this country to move forward. And next thing to one party in thing, like we say a party by a garage, for 2 cars. The next party that's coming, and close, and still close, and close on the garage. When they're supposed to pass, the next party coming supposed to pass car park. We them to guys keep extending the projects what a party do. We don't do that. We send money, boy. And we're not seeing that. We're talking about this one, honorable. Not honorable, boy. We just going down, everything's going down. We're not seeing that only backing for these politicians and the rubber only. Boy, what's the man? I just somebody throw off the road when I listen to Kunji and them, boy. All of you people talking things about body, so you come in with fault and move our jaws. Come on, man. If we want to go forward, we talk constructive talk to go forward. Also,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contribution, caller.
Yeah.
My sister, and let us build a nation together.
And it's only right, you know. Let's really have constructive conversation. And let's really try to be ahead of the class, yeah? Hi, good afternoon, caller.
Hey, brother. But I understand. So, sorry, I know I'm radio. So I listen. I will keep mine real brief for 10 minutes, huh?
I would appreciate that, thanks.
Yeah, man. So, listen, on the heels, and also what the last caller said about wastage and thing. That's the essence I got. One statement people say is you can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. One thing we need to address within communities. Now, I can speak from observation and experience, and I want everybody to think and please offer feedback. Let me take me and you, for example, understand. We living next door to each other. You getting up every day, you going to school. You paying attention in class, you taking notes. When you go home, you read your book, you do your revision, you do your house chores, etc., etc. You're a grown man example. Every day you wake up, you go to work, you perform your functions, and you get your compensation for performing your functions. Let's have people in communities who just looking to be parasites. They're looking to be loafs. They want to just pray and suck on other people who doing the right thing. They don't want to get up and go to school. They don't want to provide for themselves. They want to be leeches. And they want to present themselves as if they're doing something for you. Let me use the term as a bully. Somebody who harassing you or whatever. What they doing for you. I could go to school, get a good education. I could go to job and work for myself. What I need from them? What? Protection, security. I don't need a bully for nothing. We have national security, and anything I want to achieve in life, I could go to work and earn it for myself. I don't need that. So what they're really presenting in communities is just harassment. They want you to submit to them in some type of way, so they will stop harassing you. We need to rid our communities of that, because that is just a deterrent to progress and progression. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. Thanks for the time.
Thank you. Well said, well said.
Now the election back and I'll die away.
I wonder if people hear the beginning of this song though.
This is what
now that the election bacchanal has died away,
let us forget
campaigning done, you know. Now it's time to get down to the people's business, to our business. Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, good afternoon to the listeners. If the last two callers, I want to encourage persons to take a page out of that book, right, where we don't have to keep tapping each other. come out, make your contribution. You can support whoever you want to support for whatever reason. But when someone highlights the shortcomings or the ill practices of a party that or a person that you might support, why no ground for someone and attack each other? While we out here getting kicked and going at each other's throats, as the one of the callers rightfully said, we
I think I lost that caller. Caller, I think we lost you. My apologies. If you can, you could always call back. Hi, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you again, DJ Kevin.
Anderson.
Have it correct there now? Anderson, DJ Anderson. Good afternoon to you again. And I agree with the last caller that callers mustn't be going at each other. When I make my contribution to the people of this country, I don't be going at each other. I say what I see and what I hear. Because 91.9 just not on radio again. I could see all the, I could hear all you, so I speak facts. When the caller could call in and say, Kunji, and he bringing up Penny, and Penny sit down over there and see all the destruction. But now, I don't matter if it's penny, 5 cents, 10 cents, or cents. I don't matter about that. What I am saying is that I watch an aspiring leader sit down in a political party, see that political party sell out Petrotrin, want to privatize report and all the assets of this country. They want to sell it out. I watch, she sit down in parliament over there, watching our, that big mall in Port of Spain, Mid-Center Mall, one of them over there. It's a legend minister own that mall now. That lady sit down over there and watch all them destruction take place and want to play transparent today and good opposition leader? Why is it destruction? I want to tell human being this, not PNM callers, but human being. I am not one of the guy that going to keep a blind eye to the things that matters in life. Marcus Garvey did not do that. Kwame Ture did not do that. Malcolm X did not do that. And all the black leaders in this world, them did not sit down and keep a blind eye to the things that matters. They speak out. They speak out to the things that matters for the poor, the needy, and the underprivileged. And if when I make my contribution, it offend the PNM party and the PNM callers, well then that was meant to, because you all sit down and watch the destruction. The destruction take place from 1956 to 2025. You all watch the destruction take place. You all watch education facilities go and right down. The PNM closed down gate and sent home thousands of children who had opportunity in gate. You watch the PNM close down a penal education facility, the campus, and never built over 87 schools in this country that the UNC and Kamala has spent billions of dollars to build. All you watch the PNM leave it right there in Bush today. In Bush, all them education facilities, and all you want to come and play transparent over here today? No, all you not transparent. Go in them Indian people, them radio station, and make all the PRP contribution. Thank you.
To build a strong and better nation, I say that is the main foundation. So come let us put hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Hi, good afternoon.
And to the last caller, good afternoon. Go to the head of the class. Let's take it. Because I sit down there for all I years and see what I am doing. I don't want to play contest pile up right now. My friend, we're there in the last caller. Go to the head of the class. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, brother.
Good afternoon.
To all your listeners and all the World Wide Web, to our foreign listeners. Brother, I just want to say something to the eye of the blind man, how I see it. Because the chant of the blind man, he only smell things, he don't really picture this. So I would like to ask you to see this for me. Pico asset, it worth over 150 billion TT dollars. And the statutory fund, which the company heads did put into the central bank, was $7 billion at the time, right? Now, tell me which one is better and which one is worse. That the state guarantee the $7 billion on the asset, we call the statutory fund, and take over the asset and have it as a going concern. Because today, Fernandez is making money, Republic Bank is making billions of dollars on a quarter, and then the urea plants on them, and Metanex, they are making money, they are money-making industries. Would you think that would be a better way that our country would have benefit today in foreign exchange? What do you think about that? That a man decide to sell it out piece by piece to say that he get $1 to run the country. Which one was better, as a going concern or to sell it out piece by piece to benefit I don't know who? Have a pleasant evening, brother.
Thank you for your contribution, caller. Very interesting insight there. Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing, right? You see, the government, the party was ruling, and the opposition party, it comes like the same thing. You know why? Because the opposition party has to defend the people. That is what it's there for. So people are talking about people fanatics sit down and watch and what they're going. So the opposition was standing up for us. They're supposed to do something about that. They're supposed to watchman. Be real backward, you know. Real backward, my friend. You're right telling you. You're talking about people singing and watch that. You know people singing and watch that. What you was doing, you were standing up, you wasn't singing down. Get something together and form a committee and come and oppose it, come and address it. Or just sing and talking and dropping all the more and fighting against one another and having fighting against one another. Or get serious now. All the keep away and when you call on the radio and blah 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 blah, you understand, and don't do nothing. And the politician, fight against the politician. When it's time to put people in jail, nobody not going in jail because the devil cannot move the devil. All you understand that, boy. All you talking and talking, boy. Them people are against us, boy. It can be what party. Them are against we. Don't get tired. You understand? Right. Anytime they go in there, it's to get benefit, not to be benefit, you know. So, because at the end of the day, I want to see what we're going in this 5 years. You understand? We're talking about this party. All the politicians and all the other fight against boy. One to other boy. All get serious boy.
Thank you so much for your contribution, caller. Hi.
Good afternoon. You see, a man who a question God, man, that deadly man. Because, Mr. Captain, to my corner of the COP, real contribution. My boy, you listening? And that background thing in the program. Yeah, when they make a contribution, then pay the them. They look at the attack here and see all kind of thing about here. Like they hate to hear the truth. They're not defending the community where they live in, you know. For 30-something years, there's one state, no schools, no proper roads, no running water. And the rest of them old PNM and them boys. But it's our younger generation waking up and seeing what's going on. So I look to listen, let them stay with the PNM nonsense right through.
Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do the only way is putting more effort and less.
Just so that for some that may not be aware, or for some that probably have forgotten that how our system is set up is that we are not going to see another election until next 5 years, right? So no matter what happens from now until,
because this is our land. Come my brother, come
300,000 plus persons went out and voted and decided that, okay, this is the party that is going to lead the country for the next 5 years. So having any huge amount of animosity is not gonna do us any good. We really need to come together.
We're going to live in a foreign land
and work together. Because mind you, these same people who are in the ministries and who are, you know, a part of the corporations and so forth, they would have all been a part of different parties and so forth. But at the end of the day, the election is done and they have to work together to get the job done. Because if it's not done, it's going to affect us all.
Strong and better nation, I say, that is the
So again, just as the current
hand in hand,
urban and local minister,
come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation.
The Honorable Mrs. Khadija Ahmed stated, when it rains, it doesn't rain red, black, blue, green, yellow. It affects us all. Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, but good afternoon.
Good afternoon, welcome.
It's really good to see these ministers on the ground working, right? I hope we in Trinidad could understand that the work of an MP and the work of a minister is two separately different things, and it's both challenging. I hope that persons who are holding these two portfolios could really handle the task at hand. But I continue to say we could only wait and see and hope for the best. Right? For the people who so in love with their party, that they have no care for the country. They're unwilling to hear the wrong of the party or the leadership doing. All you could just give us a rest for the meanwhile. Right? Because we have to remain vigilant. Whether we voted, whether we didn't vote, whether we supported the winning party, whether we voted for the opposition or what, we as a nation still have to remain vigilant if we want betterment from our politicians. Because if we continue with this just blindly supporting our party, regardless of whatever, because they have to show a good face to try to win your opponent, that will only work for politicians. And it has only worked for politicians. But brother, I hope that we as adults really wake up and understand what is our part that we have to play in this whole ping-pong politics that exists in Trinidad and Tobago. Because it's not that the UNC didn't have shortcomings in their partnership run, you know. It's not even said that they were prepared, you know. But persons in the nation realize that with what we have at our disposal, we had to say something to the PNM because they were not listening, they were not hearing and feeling like they're doing the right thing because other persons who support them always ready to come out and give reasons why rubbish is supposed to continue to take place.
Thank you so much.
But brother, enough respect to you.
Thank you so much for your contribution, caller.
Yeah, but
and just by listening to some of the callers that would have called in even today,
in short, this is what I have to say.
I could still say to myself
Let us forget
that there's a lot of love,
concentrate,
and I believe that we can all work together.
sit and try to relate. Because now.
Hi, good afternoon, caller. Hello, are you there?
Yes, yes. Some of the things that we have to recollect and think about the past for the next under the PNM government. We could not even protest, right? They threw tear gas on me when we went to protest, right? The commissioner of police ordered that, and the prime minister at that time gave the okay to do that, right? Don't forget the kind of things that it did to us. They charged me $1,000 for not wearing a mask, right? And they're telling you plain, whether you wear the mask or you don't wear it, you could still get COVID, right? But it still charge you $1,000, right? And all the wicked things that it did to us, everything. I remember in 2017, I used to pay $80, right, to fill up my tank. Today I pay $250, right? Well, what's the big difference under the UNC? They never raise the gas. They take off VAT from about 7,000 food items. Right? We live pretty comfortable, and we could have buy a vehicle. Under the PNM, we could even maintain a vehicle. Think about them things and make wise choice when we make it. Right? I'm speaking so because I've known the wickedness that this PNM has done for this country. They only care about the finances and the good friend and family. So when them sycophant PNM want to call in and talk the nonsense, it has hurt me. I just listen to the program and I have to come in.
All right, thank you so much for your contribution, caller.
The country could breathe out to it now.
All right.
And hope for the best. Thank you.
You're welcome, caller.
Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production.
Caller went back a little bit there.
Strong
but
I say,
you know, during COVID was such a touchy thing. I mean, there were so many different persons had so many different opinions of COVID and so forth. But you know, all over the world, people had to wear masks. So it wasn't just Trinidad, you know. Hi, caller, you're live.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Well, I hear how we're going. And what I want to encourage the population is production, discipline, tolerance. Partner, I like your choice of music. I like your choice of music. I wish and would like to see the day when these radio talk show hosts would look at their choice of music, nation building songs to encourage and empower people.
Well, I can't take the credit all for myself. I have to give credit to Mr. Neil IWER George. You know, he said that this would have been one of the best tracks to go with.
Well, kudos to that, but to my population, to my brothers and sisters, especially my African brothers and sisters, let us, whether we working in a company, factory, industry, as a barber or minister, let us give a fair these work for a fair these people. Let me do we work in a partner. All the politics we talking, let us do our job, my brother. One of the ways in order to get this country to be a better country is by we doing our job, boy. Playing our part. Doing what we are being paid to do. If you don't like what God bless you with and giving you $1 to buy a bread, then leave it for somebody who is willing to work. And if you will do that, and then look at the books we read, the shows we watch, the places we go, the radio stations and the friends we keep, we will have a better little heaven down here. We need to be productive and creative and hardworking. You understand, my friend?
Yep.
We talking, but are we working? Hey, boy, I noticed Kadisha Army and then doing some work up in Grandy and all about the place already, you know. Them get on the bicycle already, you know, partner.
Yeah, that actually was part of our conversation today, you know, with Khadija Amir, and you know what she was mentioned to her counselors and so forth, you know, that the work starts now. You guys have to hit the ground and work for the people.
Yes. Remember Pandisi performance we told talk?
Correct.
Let us work, my friends. Let us stop giving the police trouble and blaming the government now, boy. Let us get up and find something to do now. We are allowing other people to come in this country and they are employed every day, and we born here, grow here, and we're not working. Come on.
I get that. Thank you so much, Kola, for your contribution.
Look down and listen, my brother.
Alright, so it's almost that time where I have to actually close today's show. I could probably take one more call, but you have to be very, very quick, alright? Hi, good afternoon. You have like some seconds, so you have to be really quick.
Alright, what's going on? I used to pay $5 for 4 orange. And next man come and take over 7 orange. He raised it to $25 for 4 orange. I think so that the next person who come in to control that orange sale, you understand, will let it down. You know, they let it down. They keep it the same way. So we have to have sense. They're talking with sense. You understand? If a party carry up the price, but then the next party, them supposed to carry down the price. But you see them the same way. But only we realize the politicians and them all. Only play once in a while, only talking once in a while, out of time talk, boy. Only just open all the eyes and talk to your sense now, boy. Them kind of only gas price, you know. They might give themselves carried up higher. Also, we so idiotic. More of our laws are bringing out, and we take every piece of right. The more laws are bringing out, the more we right, the taking. And we just talking.
Right,
my friend, have a good day.
Yeah, thanks very much for your contribution. Alright guys, this is where I have to close off today's show. Thank you so much for all your calls. And you guys really do
something great.
Yeah, you guys really do give me that encouragement, and also it was very informative, and I learned a lot from you guys as well. So I look forward to being with you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, from 12 straight to 4 p.m. All right. So you guys can keep it locked to the Street 919 FM. You guys please reach home safely. Please be safe on the nation roads. And for the ones that are home, do enjoy the balance of your afternoon. All right. DJ Anderson, I'm out.
You've got bills to pay. And so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
Think you've got the spark to light up the airwaves or the drive to seal the next big deal? The Street 919 FM is on the hunt for fresh voices and bold talent. Whether you're a natural-born entertainer ready to command the mic or a savvy sales star ready to crush targets, this is your chance to shine with the station that defends the nation. Radio stars bring the energy, passion, and charisma. We're looking for dynamic personalities to electrify our airwaves. Sales executives, if you're a go-getter with the hunger to succeed and build lasting relationships, we want you on our team. Show Show us what you've got. Send your demo or resume today to thestreet919fm@gmail.com and take your shot at greatness. The Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation. Join the movement. Become the next big thing.
White Oak One Caribbean Music Festival. Indian Arrival Holiday Weekend. Saturday, May 31st at the Queen's Park Savannah. Straight out of Judgment Yard.
Them know say Trinidad, man.
Sizzla Kalonji.
Cry, cry.